Alright, first thing I do when I get a vehicle in from eBay or wherever I get it, I strip it. Because all that shit coming off, I never sell everything with everything on it. Then I clean it. This is basically some Simply Green type shit. Same thing. And just hose it down with that. Don't have a care in the world. I'll get that hose down. Flip it over. Get it real good. I don't like working in other people's dirty grease. Alright, so now I'm going to hose this off with some water. And then I'm going to hit it with the blowgun, dry it off, and then I'm going to take it in. Then I'm going to hose it down with some WD-40, and I'm going to blow it off again. Then I'm going to take it downstairs and clean it. Alright, got it all cleaned up. Hosed her down with a little WD-40. It's going to be a little sloppy for a while, but that's alright. I got to take the whole thing apart. I got to check everything. I can't sell it and say it's good without actually doing the work. So hopefully I can get that carbon fiber front shock tower for off of eBay. It's going pretty cheap, like nobody was looking at it. So, and then get rid of this damn blue thing. That looks like shit. Alright, so get with you. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the front off or the back, one or the other. Totally disassemble it. Check everything, bearings, everything. Put it back together. Put that section on. Take the next section off. Be the center. Do all that. Put that back on. And then take the front or back off, whichever one I didn't start with. As you can see, I decided to start with the rear. And that should fall right back down. Should do that. Not that. So, I mean, that little bit of stiffness, that'll mess with you if you're out driving. So always make sure your shit is sloppy loose. Alright, as you see, I got the rear diff off. I said this screw, that screw, and then the 4 screws that were holding it on from the bottom. Shocks are off. Disconnected these. I got to pull these out, check these assemblies here, make sure they're not all worn and stuff, and clean them up because they probably still got a little water in there. Check the bearings. Alright, so I'm going to take these outer hubs off, and then we'll pull these CVDs out, check them. I don't think I'm going to have to take this apart. No, see, working fine now. Maybe it was just a little over tightened, I bet. But yeah, it's working fine now. So I think it was just tight. The screws were tight on the bottom, real tight, too damn tight. All right, I'm gonna take these off. Usually, like that. Grab this. I think it's this one. This. Once you get this screw here loose, just push the pin through, pull it out, right apart. And after you do all that, push that through, and this comes out. And take this part, push the pin through, pull it out. And there'll be a little barrel in here, right there. And that's it. That's what makes this a piece. Just this part, that barrel, and that pin. And the bearing actually holds the pin in. So whenever you're taking one apart, just pay attention so you don't lose nothing, because you'll be mad at yourself. Alright, now I'm just cleaning out these hubs. They're pretty nasty. Now you can see, if you had that shit in your ear, you might beat the hell out of you. So yeah, so it's pretty skanky in here. I'll clean it up though. It's always best to clean it before you put it stuff back together. Otherwise, it's a total waste of time. Alright, loosen these screws up. Took these screws out. Careful you don't lose these little hinge pin thingamajiggies. Now the diff cover should pull right off, and it's off. And that's off. Now we're in the diff. Oh shit, did that guy freak you out? Was that like 3D coming at you? I think we might have a bad bearing. That one's pretty loose. Diff looks alright. Looks good in there. Just needs to be cleaned up. That should be cleaned up. Check these bearings. Oh, great. That's right. Losi, in their infinite wisdom, decides they're going to put different frickin' bearings in. I think I got a couple of those, but damn, that's adding to my cost. Alright, got diff cleaned up. Bearings feel alright. There's oil in here. There's no reason to take this apart. This is feeling good. Diff cups are good. They're not all beat to shit. So, really nothing but cleaning this up. And I did replace one of these bearings for this. It just didn't look that pretty. So when in doubt, replace that shit. We're gonna grease this back up, put this crap back together, and alright, getting ready to put the diff back in. Greased up the gears, both of them, that one and this one. Make sure you hit the inside of these teeth before you put the grease in with the toothbrush, just to get out any garbage that's left in there. And we'll put this back together, and we're done with the rear. Alright, got it back in, I'll put it back together, but I was checking shit out as always. So let's measure this. From here to here, it is 32.5 millimeters. And this one is sorry about that. This one is 34. So it's a couple millimeters off. So this one's a little more straight up and down. It's not so tilted. And this one's way tilted in like that. And this one's more straight up and down. So I'm going to adjust this one to what this one is, because I'm too lazy to look it up on the internet and see when it's supposed to be, which I'm going to have to do, because I'm just going to screw it up if I don't. Alright, center's done, back's done, everything's good. So we're going to do the front. Check the bearings. Hear all that noise? Listen to this. Oh, I did all this. Did a couple, I think 3 bearings I pulled out. So, replaced 3 of them. I took the 2 screws out here. I took these 2 screws out. I loosened up the 2 back ones. This should pull out. Yay! And then I gotta take this one and that one out. Alright, I think we're ready. So we got those 2 out, we got these 2 out, we got these 2 out, we got these 2 out, we loosened up these. I pulled the arms off. I gotta check the hinge pins anyway, make sure they ain't bent. Check these little plastic bushing things for the hinge pins that you can set the degrees or whatever the hell's going on with them. I did not have to take them all the way out. And it comes out. See, this, sorry, this plastic thing fits down in this freaking hole. So, you know, don't get intimidated by all this shit, because you see the way I did it. I did the back end from here back, put it all back together, mounted it back where it went, cleaned up along the way. Then I took the center diff out, did the same thing, checked everything, did whatever I had to do, put the shit back together, put it back in there to where it belongs, and I moved up to the front. And it helps if you have an instruction manual. That always helps too. I've done these enough, I can figure it out. A buggy's a buggy. It doesn't matter who makes it. It's all the same frickin' layout. It's just different gear configurations and crap like that. So don't be intimidated by it. Take it a section at a time. and then put it back together when you're done. All right. So let's check this out. If you guys can see. All right, there you go. It feels like it's got some fresh fluids in it. Bearings. It feels alright. That one feels better than this one. Alright, got that pinion or whatever on the inside greased up. I got the gears on the diff greased up. Got it put back in. Clean these up a little bit. Double check them bearings. They seem to be fine. Everything's nice and smooth. Put the drive cup back on over here. Make sure you put some Loctite on that shit. Alright, put these hinge pins back in. Just roll them on something flat. Make sure they ain't all looping around and shit. These seem to be fine. It looks like some unobtainium ones or something. I don't know what the hell they make them out of. Alright, got the hinge pins on mounted. Just check them, make sure they're still floppy and no binding or whatever. Always check for binding. Binding will kill your ass. If you don't catch it, it'll mess with your vehicle and you won't know, why is it going so crooked? Alright, all back together. Everything nice and smooth as silk. Both sides work because the sway bar lifts the other side up. Alright, true test. Make sure everything's nice and free. It's about to get loud up in here, people. Yep, there'll make it move. It'll roll. All right, so we're gonna hit the shocks, get them in there. Probably put some oil in them. I think they felt a little weak, but all this shit's good. All right, here it is, all done. Duh. The only thing I still gotta do is this shock tower. I gotta get that carbon fiber one. But it really doesn't matter anymore because I decided to keep it. Jimmy kicked my ass 2 times. That's not gonna ever happen again. That was like the planets were lined up wrong or some bullshit. I don't know how he did it. He obviously cheated. But it's not gonna happen again. So I'm gonna keep this one. Not sure what I'm putting in it yet. And this is the one. It's just a Losi 2 race ready pre-built. It was brand new when I got it, and it had the Castle system out of Mojave in it. I mean, not the Castle, the Arma system out of Mojave. It's got a Castle air cleaner on it. Old people, we see stuff and say it, so who knows. All right, so I gotta clean this one up now. And that one's a little more hopped up. It's a 3, so I'll give it a shot. What the hell? Can't be no better or worse than this, I don't think. So we'll clean this one up. We'll get rid of this one. And I'll keep this one in. We'll see what I stick in it and see if we can't beat Jimmy. And like I said, keep something. You gotta get rid of something. So probably clean that up real nice. It ain't gonna take much. It's in good shape. I know it doesn't have much use. It's just a little skanky from eating Jimmy's dirt. Alright, so we'll clean this up, get this ready. Get rid of this damn thing. And we'll carry on with that damn thing. Alright, got the purple one all cleaned up. Didn't take long. It wasn't that bad to begin with. Just clean the dirt off. A little WD-40 bath. A little air bath. And she's all done. So this one will go by the wayside. Because that one's going to take its place. So then I'm going to have to put something in it. This is what came in it. This is a 2100 kb. Jimmy's running 22. Still got some hobby wing bullshit in there. But I think I'm going to put this back in and try it out. See what happens. I do have this Tekin system here, Gen 2, and I think this is 2050. Yeah, so that's the same as Arma size motor. So we're going to try with a little bigger one. Maybe kick it up a notch on the pinion or something. We'll see. We'll give this a shot. What the hell? We got it. because I'm getting rid of the other armor system that was originally in this, because I'm going to replace it with this. I already got this as a backup, so I don't really even need this. But, all right, so that's it for this video. Like I said, got a new one coming in. Should be something totally different. You will be surprised. Jaws will drop. All right, till then, out.